Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. Thanks to 323,000 active duty sailors, U.S. Navy has one of the highest manpower in the whole world. While working is the norm, though, it's the oddball tasks that surprise us. Welcome to a day in the life of U.S. sailors doing weird jobs 24/7 aboard Navy ships at sea. Life inside an aircraft carrier can be hectic, so it takes a culinary specialist like First Class Andrew DeMarsico of Brooklyn, New York, to keep a hungry crew satisfied. As Andrew flips burgers for the boys and girls, the galley fills up with the sweet smell of perfect patties and grilled onions. While the aircraft carrier USS Carl Vinson, also called CVN-70, sails along the seven seas, DeMarsico is working hard preparing the next meal. He continues to scrape the grill as the sun sets on another busy day at sea. Meanwhile, aboard another aircraft carrier, the USS George Washington, sailors are busy with the demanding work. Using their hands rather than the typical crank, this aircraft carrier anchor chain training aims to learn how to work together as a team, no matter what. Not only does this help the crew members gain hands-on experience, but it also teaches them how to do the job correctly while avoiding any injuries along the way. Thus, paying attention is crucial. That's why the boatswain's mate position is so critical, especially on the USS Green Bay, based in Sasebo, Nagasaki, Japan. On top of getting up extremely early, they take care of all the dirty work on the ship, including taking care of chains and anchors on deck. Even though the work can be physically grueling and sometimes mentally taxing, most boatswain's mates wouldn't have it any other way. When it comes to deck and tile teamwork, the crew aboard the USS Gerald R. Ford does their work with pride. As a matter of fact, fixing the decks is a great way to build more morale on the ship. In addition to preventing slip hazards, this thorough job also slows any wear and tear on the deck. By using PRC, a color epoxy and resin sealer, the tile and deck team seals the flooring so sailors can spend more time joining the fight for freedom, injury-free. In terms of energy, the electrician's mate runs the show. According to second class Sheldon Momkel, their main job is to manage others, as well as schedule the aircraft carrier's maintenance appointments every single week. As he sails aboard the USS George Washington, Momkel ensures that electro-hydraulic equipment is up to date and supervises any routine repairs on the Nimitz-class carrier ship. By ensuring everything is done in a timely manner, this second-class electrician's mate is a prime example of a job done right. And then there's the gunner's mate role, which is a small arms instructor who shows sailors how guns really work. Step by step, this unique role works from military rifles to torpedoes and missiles to instruct their team to shoot these weapons safely and carefully. That means the gunner's mates are responsible for overseeing all armory training on the ship. From growing up in the U.S. Virgin Islands to landing the top spot as Navy quartermaster on her ship, Petty Officer Second Class Zuri Hodge says her position is much more than a weird job. As the lead petty officer of the navigation department, it's Hodge's responsibility to get to know her team's different backgrounds to learn how to lead them best. Back on the USS Nimitz on the Arabian Sea, Executive Officer Dave Kurtz continues to oversee general operations and conduct maintenance alongside the Combat System Department. As part of a routine deployment to support maritime and theater security efforts, this Nimitz carrier is on a mission to the 7th Fleet area of the Seven Seas. Besides making the rules, the executive officer also initiates corrective action and ensures efficient operations. As it sails at sea in the middle of July, the USS Nimitz operates like a floating laboratory, unloading biofuel at sea from another ship, the USNS Kaiser. This surprising seaside gas stop is an integral part of the Navy's Great Green Fleet Initiative, held as part of its Rim of the Pacific exercise. Incredibly, the USS Nimitz receives over 900,000 gallons of biofuel during this replenishment pit stop.
Well, 46.3.
Crazily enough, this is the perfect amount of gas to fuel other naval ships and aircraft, reducing American reliance on foreign fuel with a brand new blend of biofuel and petroleum-based fuel. With so much waste disposal at sea, it's up to the waste room aboard the aircraft carrier. As stated by waste room shift leader Gioni Juarez, the main goal of the incinerator and trash rooms is to process all the garbage on another aircraft carrier, the USS Theodore Roosevelt. For instance, with hard and soft plastic, the waste room shreds everything up and processes it into the CMU, a machine made to melt down and compress all plastics, turning them into disc-shaped pucks for disposal. Once pier-side, they are packed up and shipped off to be recycled elsewhere. Strange, but efficient. Just like any clean-cut sailor, a floating barbershop is mandatory to keep a sailing crew in tip-top shape. That's why the multi-billion-dollar aircraft carrier, USS Nimitz, reopened its barbershop after making massive improvements and renovations. As part of the flagship of Carrier Strike Group 11, this Nimitz-class carrier's barbershop is one of the most stunning seen on a military ship. Although it was once closed during the pandemic, it's now revamped and ready to go, serving the many members of the USS Nimitz in the Pacific Ocean. The best part of this curious occupation is taking ownership of your own space on the ship. On board the USS Ronald Reagan, Lieutenant Mike Urbatus ensures all the sailors have the most amazing smiles. As well as paying for his dental school education, this lucky lieutenant gets to sail the world, practice his craft, and serve his country at the same time. Life in a so-called floating city for a dentist is a lot different than a simple life on land, and that's precisely how Lieutenant Mike wants it to be. With an airport above him and nuclear reactors below him, this has got to be the most unusual position for a sailor ever. In the meantime, everything is all smiles aboard the USS Nimitz, thanks to the residential dental assistant, Dominique Eady. His primary mission was simple: to travel the globe while earning funds for his education. Nowadays, he works with up to 16 patients each month, treating conventional dental aches and pains to more technical cases. X-rays, specialty dentistry, and front desk work are common traits of the job as well. For the last several years, though, he's focused on conducting lab work for the sailors on the USS Nimitz. Daily, there are so many unconventional jobs to be done on an aircraft carrier. However, no matter how different each wacky position may seem, they're all necessary to keep a military warship up and running in unison. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.